So I am using the Prism Live Studio platform on my desktop to do this Sketchy live stream. The main reason for doing that is so that I can put Adobe Illustrator up on screen, because if I can put Adobe Illustrator up on screen, then I can show my entire work process, and that would be great. And then I can also do stuff like, you know, have guests on later and things like that. It'll be a platform which will be able to do a lot. That will be my kind of pillar piece of content. But I ran into a little bit of an issue, you might say, last night, because last night, well, with the Prism Live Studio app for your computer, that is, you can just record yourself working anyway and record a video, which is what I was doing, because it was a bit of a test to kind of see what the live stream would look like using Adobe Illustrator on my computer. You can do a thing where you actually take the feed from the window, that's called a window feed, which gives you the Adobe window, so you don't have to worry about screen recording your desktop and making everything neat and tidy and not getting the open porthole to hell where, you know, the image just disappears into each other and you get vertigo. I think they call that mirroring, maybe. I don't, goodness me. I was really excited about that, because I thought, well, then I can just do the Adobe Illustrator, have that on a separate window, and you can see what I'm doing there. But problem is that every time I zoomed in, zoomed out, what have you, or imported a file, I would lose that feed. So it's pretty pointless, really, unless you're just wanting to show a static page, you know, of your Adobe Illustrator setup, what it looks like, without actually moving anything around or using it much. So what I had to do is a dreaded screen recording, a screen capture as one of the scenes in Prism Live Studio, and it's not too bad. I mean, what I've had to do, I mean, it would be fine if you had a couple of screens for your computer setup, but I don't. I have a small laptop and a mobile phone, which means that, okay, sure, I can do the screen recording, I can go live, but I can't actually look at my comments or look at the YouTube Studio Live control center. So you're flying blind. So what I've done is I've got my dodgy phone, which is broken and is really hard to charge. You've got to, you know, wrap the cable around the around it a few times so you get the right angle on your power cable so it will actually charge. I've got that one up so I can see comments coming in on YouTube, and I can still see that I'm live on YouTube. So that is my way around that. That's working pretty good. And looking at the transition, when I transition between the computer screen and me with my phone or just the webcam, it works quite well. I just have to remember when I'm on that screen, everything that's on my desktop gets seen. If I've got the Prism Studio dashboard up, I'm going to open that mirroring porthole. I'm going to call it the mirroring porthole from hell. Another thing I learnt about scheduling YouTube live videos is, okay, so this morning, as I said, I'm on my way to a job today which has to be done today. It can't be postponed, and it's pouring with rain, and so I had to go and buy a rain jacket, and I'm racing, and like I haven't had my coffee, like I was saying, it's a coffee and chat race to get here. What's happened is that I was running late, so I went in, so I've tried to figure out whether I could postpone it or change the time on my mobile phone. Turns out you can't. I couldn't find it, so if anyone watching the playback or you know, listening to a podcast, or however you're listening to this, knows how to change a scheduled time of a live on your phone, I would love to know. Luckily I had my computer right next to me, opened it up, and you can change the time of your scheduled live in the actual editor, in the actual YouTube dashboard, the live control center dashboard. And I made it another half an hour later, so here I am. I raced postponed the time. A lovely Bobadilla Adventures was there waiting for me and I wasn't there, so that's sad. It still played as normal when I rescheduled the time, and it works fine. So there's a couple of things that I have learnt about going live when you're creating artwork live using Adobe Illustrator, Draw and Adobe Illustrator. So there's some cool things that I found out, and hopefully that, that might be helpful to someone.